From MTN News, this is Montana This Morning.
An interesting twist in a case involving a pastor from eastern Montana being sued for libel. We'll have an update to that story coming up.
I'm Mike Dennison in Helena. A special session of the legislature to fix Montana's PSC districts? It could happen, but that's not all.
Well, happy Wednesday, Southwest Montana, 6:30. Chet Lehman, Matt Elwell. Looks like snow's still falling in the mining city. Has been all morning, off and on here as well.
Yeah.
Depends on where you are, like we always say.
There are little spots where we're seeing a little less snow this morning. Other places, I think it all evens out. We're dealing with slick roads pretty much across the board. We're not seeing a ton of accidents. I'll, of course, update that here in about 8 minutes or so. Temperatures holding into the 20s for the morning. Here's a look at road conditions. Bozeman Pass, Homestake Pass, Gallatin Canyon, all dealing with snow and visibility issues. It is a slick morning. The temperatures are colder this morning, so we're not seeing that slushy roadway initially that we were yesterday. The snow should taper as you get in through the mid to late morning and early afternoon. Most of the snow, accumulating snow, happening in the morning hours. The afternoon will slowly be clearing out. We'll talk about another chance of snow and a big cool down. You won't want to miss it. That's coming up here in just a little bit.
All right, thank you, Matt. 6:31 now, our top story this half hour. Another unusual twist yesterday in the legal battle between a transgender activist from Billings and conservative pastor J.D. Hall of Sydney. Hall has filed for bankruptcy, essentially blocking for now the libel lawsuit filed against him last year. Lobbyist and activist Adrian Jawort sued Hall and his online publication, the Montana Daily Gazette, last September. Jawort said Hall had libeled her by falsely reporting that she intimidated a Republican lawmaker during the 2021 Montana legislature in Helena. Jawort's lawyers also called for Hall to be sanctioned by the court for making what they called public threats of violence against them and their client. A hearing on that request had been scheduled for today before the presiding state judge in Great Falls, but Hall filed for bankruptcy late on Monday in federal bankruptcy court in Billings. One of Jawort's attorneys, Rafe Graybill, said Tuesday that Hall is trying to avoid accountability by filing bankruptcy and stalling all other court proceedings against him. Hall listed less than $50,000 of assets and said he has debts between $100,000 and $500,000. While marijuana sales, recreational and medical, could see a local option sales tax in Gallatin County, commissioners opening that up to public comment and will consider asking voters on the June 7th ballot. It would be a 3% tax on all marijuana products in the county. Other Montana counties that have already asked voters to decide on similar local option marijuana taxes include Yellowstone, Missoula, and Park counties. Lewis and Clark County has opted to also put questions on their June ballot, and Butte-Silverbow is also considering it. Public comment will be taken at the next commission meeting, in person or Zoom. That's on Tuesday the 22nd. You can email comments to commission@gallatin.mt.gov, or you can call 406-582-3000 or drop off written comments at the courthouse. Commissioners look to formally consider whether to add on to the ballot at the March 8th meeting. All this information is available on our website, along with a link to the Zoom meeting. We also have percentages of how that tax would be spent. Well, prices are going up at the pump. The national average price for a gallon of regular now just under $3.50. It's up nearly $1 compared to the same time last year. Newsy's James Packard explains why prices are so high.
People around the country are tired of prices at the pump.
It's a ripoff. Big ripoff.
Putting a damper on my commute, my logistics, getting back and forth to work. So yeah, it's a headache.
Average gas prices now $3.49 a gallon, according to AAA, up 18 cents just in the past month. Experts say they're not optimistic they'll come down anytime soon. In fact, experts predict they might even go higher.
For those folks that thought their summer 22 road trips might cost less, it's probably going to cost more.
A year ago, gas prices were $2.50 for a gallon of regular. And now?
Do you think that April or May will probably get to $4 a gallon unless there's some sort of drastic change or improvement?
Some states are already seeing it. Drivers in Hawaii, California, Washington, and Oregon experiencing some of the highest spikes. It's just the latest wave in a tsunami of price hikes across the board. The Labor Department reporting last week, inflation in January hit its highest rate in 40 years. Now, the big question drivers want to know is why? Experts say one major player is the pandemic.
We are in the throes of what we would like to think is a late-stage crisis, this pandemic. Nobody really knows that to be the case. We're just hoping that Omicron is the last gasp. But we have witnessed throughout the world this unprecedented disruption in virtually every economy.
Despite all this, people are going out again, more comfortable leaving their homes to visit their family and friends. The problem? Oil and gas industries can't keep up with the surging demand. Another factor, uncertainty between Russia and Ukraine.
Ukraine is a very important sort of energy distribution hub.
A conflict between the two could lead to more disruptions in the energy supply chain.
Friends of mine call me that tell me they don't want to come into city.
Got to come down. Something's got to happen.
6:36 now, an update from up north. Protesters left the Sweetgrass Coots border crossing yesterday, ending a weeks-long blockade at the port of entry. Royal Canadian Mounted Police report traffic moving again, although slowly, across the border by noon. That development comes within 24 hours of Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau invoking emergency powers that allow the government to freeze bank accounts of protesters and organizations supporting them. And it follows the arrest of more than a dozen individuals near Coots for allegedly expressing a willingness to use violence against police. Officials note those arrested represented a small amount of the protesters, and a majority have been peaceful over the past few weeks. Back here at home now, special session. A group of Republican lawmakers making a big push for a special legislative session in the coming weeks to redraw the boundaries of Montana's Public Service Commission districts for the 2022 election. Governor Greg Gianforte and the GOP legislative leadership are mostly on board, but they are not on board for inserting another issue into the special session: the creation of a special committee to investigate elections in Montana. TN's chief political reporter Mike Dennison picks up the story.
A group of Republican lawmakers is making a big push for a special legislative session in the coming weeks to redraw the boundaries of Montana's Public Service Commission districts for the 2022 election. And Governor Greg Gianforte and the GOP legislative leadership is mostly on board. But they are not on board for inserting another issue into the special session: the creation of a special committee to investigate elections in Montana. Those in favor of a special session drafted a letter this week to Governor Gianforte, asking him to call one for redrawing the PSC boundaries and creating a select committee to investigate election processes. They're circulating the letter to all 150 legislators, asking them to sign it by Friday to show the governor how many support the special session. Republican State Representative Derek Skees of Kalispell told MTN News that 50 Republicans already have signed the letter. But the governor said Tuesday he supports calling the session only for the PSC boundaries, and then only if there is ample support for a particular new map. Senate President Mark Blaisdell and House Speaker Wiley Galt also replied Tuesday, saying they support fixing the PSC districts, but that too many unanswered questions exist on the scope of the election committee. Any legislative action on the PSC districts would negate a pending lawsuit that says the current districts are unconstitutional because their population is unequal and therefore must be redrawn. A panel of federal judges has scheduled a March 4th trial on the issue and is preparing to possibly redraw the districts themselves for the 2022 election. Skees, currently a candidate for the PSC in northwestern Montana, says legislators should not let the court draw district boundaries.
I don't want to start to establish the authority that this judge, a federal judge, does not have constitutionally.
Skees also is a strong supporter of creating the election committee and giving it investigatory powers. He says many Republican-leaning voters have expressed doubts about the election process and that he's worried they may not vote if lawmakers don't reassure them about the process.
What the electorate is asking for is proof that there's nothing wrong with Montana's elections. Let's give them that proof.
Yet when asked for proof of any problems that need fixing, he said this.
Have you x-rayed a machine? Do you know for sure that they tie into the internet? All these things that people have been bringing up, do you know for sure that they're wrong? That's why we need to investigate.
One last thing, whether a special session is called and its scope will be entirely up to the governor and Republican legislators. Democrats in the legislature are not supporting the effort. Reporting from Helena, Mike Dennison, MTN News.
Obviously, a story we're going to continue to follow here on Montana this morning.
So.
Meantime, the weather continues to be a story we're following here. Travel conditions. I'm getting a sneak peek at
Yeah,
Bozeman Pass right now.
Definitely dealing with snowy and slick conditions
No
on Bozeman
question, yeah.
Pass this morning. Reports several semis pulled over, chaining up. That's good.
Very good.
But some of them may not be chaining up. They may just be spun out. So keep that in mind. This is 191 near Karst. The snow looks like it's tapering off a little bit. We don't often get many cars going through there right at that time. This is Norris Hill. Again, snow and ice on the area roadways. Here are a couple of updates. Homestake Pass, a crash near mile marker 237. Bozeman Pass, debris or obstruction near mile marker 320. Big Sky, 2 crashes there in town. So it is slick out there. We're going to talk more about what you can expect for the day in just a few minutes.
We've been talking about it all morning. Just take it slow if you're heading out there this morning.
Yeah, and I've said it before. I'll write a note. Nobody's taken me up on it.
There you go. Well,
except for you.
I have, and I'm still here. 6-4 at least for the short term. 6:41. We're going to take a break. Still ahead.